Peace everyone, welcome back to Giganomics, and let me save you a few months of frustration real quick. If you out here running DoorDash, Instacart, or thinking about trying Roadie in 2026, thinking you about to make some real money, you probably already being underpaid and you don't even realize it yet, because these apps, they don't pay per hour, they distract you per order, and that's the trap. So today, we breaking down DoorDash versus Instacart versus Roadie, real numbers, real hourly pay, and what actually makes sense in 2026. And by the end of this video, one of these apps you're gonna see completely different. One might stay on your phone, one only works if you use it in a very specific way, and one of them you should have been deleted already. Let's jump into it. Before I get into the breakdown, here's how I'm gonna score these apps, because here's the thing, base pay, it means absolutely nothing. DoorDash can tell you they paying $5 base all day long. What I care about is, what did you actually walk away with per hour after your gas and after your miles? Those are the real numbers that matter. Here's my point framework for judging any gig apps. Number one, net hourly rate. That's after fuel, after miles, and after wear and tear. What did you actually make per hour of your time? Not driving, your actual time spent. That includes sitting in a parking lot waiting for orders. Number two, consistency. Can you count on this app to pay the same way every week, or is it hit and miss? Great one day, $11 the next. Number three, vehicle fit. This is very important, especially if you got a cargo van, because some of these apps are basically designed for sedans. And if you're pulling up in a Transit or a Sprinter, you need to know what apps actually rewards that. Number four, tip reliability. Some apps, they have customers who tip well. Some have customers who tip literally nothing and they fine with it. All right, so we got the four criterias, 3 apps. Let's run the numbers. Starting with the one everyone knows the most. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you DoorDash is the devil, because it's not. But I will tell you the truth about what it pays in 2026, because the internet, they still acting like it's 2021. Base pay on most orders right now is sitting between $4 and $7. There's no secret sauce to earning more money. The pay has not gone up, and in a lot of markets, it's actually going down. The only thing keeping DoorDash drivers above water is tips, and tips are inconsistent at best. And here's the real hourly breakdown. For active driving time, you might see $18 to $22 an hour, and that's on a good day. But when you factor in wait time, waiting in parking lots, driving around, 15 to 20 minutes in between orders, that number drops. Most DoorDash drivers in 2026 are netting $12 to $16 per hour, and that's after gas and taxes. Now here's the one thing DoorDash does have going for itself, and that's volume. If you're in a busy market, a downtown area, a dense suburban area, the orders are there. Not as much sitting around, and you can see a consistent flow of orders. And if you work in a sedan or a small SUV, DoorDash is probably the most plug-and-play app you got. But here's my honest assessment, and I want you to really hear me on this. DoorDash is a gap filler, not the foundation. You should only be on it when there's nothing else moving, and that's it. You should not be building your income strategy around it as well, because the minute the tips slow down, your entire week fall apart, and you don't control tips. You never did. Instacart. Now, Instacart is interesting, and I say that because it has a higher ceiling than DoorDash, but a much more complicated floor. Let me explain. Instacart model is based on batches. You pick up a grocery order, or sometimes 2 or 3 batches stacked. You shop it, you deliver it. The upside, grocery orders tip better, like genuinely better. You got customers ordering $150 of groceries. They more likely to tip better than someone ordering a $9 burrito. On a great day, Instacart can hit $22 to $28 an hour net in the right market, and that's decent money. But here's the catch, and this is important. Instacart performance is massively market dependent. If you're in a dense urban area with a lot of high income shoppers, this app can be a legitimate earner. But if you're in a smaller market or a suburb where everyone drives themselves to Kroger, the batches dry up fast. Also, the shopping time, it cuts into your actual hourly rate harder than people realize. You're not just driving, you're in the store for 20 to 30 minutes per order. That's your time, it should count. And from a cargo van perspective, Instacart is almost completely sedan territory. These are shopping costs of groceries, not freight. Your cargo van doesn't help you here. But, and this is a real but, if you got a family member or a partner with a regular car and they want to run this in a strong market, Instacart may work out for them. The ceiling is higher. Let's talk about Roadie. Now this is where things start to get interesting, because most people running DoorDash and Instacart, they never even open Roadie, and that right there is a mistake. Let me break down what Roadie actually is in 2026. Roadie is shifting into an oversized and bulky delivery platform. I'm talking furniture, appliances, Home Depot orders, outdoor equipment. We talking 30, 40, sometimes 50 bags of soil, cement, flooring, and even shingle. The type of loads that don't fit in a Honda Civic. Roadie has a direct partnership with Home Depot. That means consistent, repeatable, real loads going out every single day. But here's where things get interesting. The pool of drivers who can actually take these loads are small. Most gig drivers, they start out in sedans. So when you pull up in a cargo van, you're not competing with everybody anymore. You're in a smaller pool with better opportunities. Now let's talk money. A roadie run, it could pay anywhere from $15 to $60 per delivery, not per hour, per delivery. And these are not quick little food drops. These are bigger, bulkier, and more intentional runs. So when you stack this the right way, a solid roadie day in an active market with a few Home Depot orders, you can make $25 to $35 an hour net. Some cargo van owners are even doing more. I've personally done more. But let's keep it real. It's still an app. So yes, it can be hit or miss. Now here's the downside, because there is one. Roadie is not as consistent as DoorDash. You're not opening up the app and seeing 40 orders waiting on you. The load flow depends on your market and the day. But weekends, especially Saturdays, that's when Roadie start moving, because that's when people, they at Home Depot and they spending money. So you planned around that. You don't chase it, you position yourself for it. And right now, for most people, Roadie is not a full income by itself. But what it is, it's a high value layer you can add on top of everything else you're doing. And if you got a cargo van, this is the first app we talked about that actually makes sense for your vehicle. All right, so the verdict. If you got a cargo van, your priority order is Roadie first, DoorDash as a filler, and Instacart, honestly, don't bother with it. Your vehicle is wasted on grocery runs. If you're in a sedan or SUV, Instacart is a strong point for you. DoorDash is backup, skip Roadie unless you're picking up smaller runs, which you actually can do, but the volume will be thinner. The prescription runs, they not really worth it. $5, $6, $7 an order. That's a waste of time. If you're trying to build real income and not just make your rent, here's the thing I need you to understand. These three apps combined on your best month, maybe $2,000 to $4,000. And that's a big maybe. And that's working extremely hard. As a cargo van owner, I've made that, plus working the same hours without using a single app. $5,000, $6,000, even $7,000 a month. The difference isn't my hustle, it's the model. These apps, they taking 20 to 30% of every dollar you make. They set the rate, they control the orders, and they can deactivate you tomorrow morning. And there's nothing you can do about it. Direct shippers, medical carriers, senior errand clients, you set the rate, you own the relationship, and you own the client. Ain't nobody deactivating you from a client you build. Look, I'm not telling you to delete these apps today. If you're using them right now to pay bills, keep going. But use my framework. Run Roadie on Saturdays, treat DoorDash like what it is, a gap filler. But whatever you do, start building towards the exit. Because a year from now, the people who figure out how to cut the middleman out and the people who own just one or two direct clients will be the people looking back at their DoorDash earnings and shaking their head. I don't want that to be you looking back. I want it to be you looking forward. If you want to see exactly how to get there, how to go from app dependency to owning your own clients, I got a video right here that breaks down the entire process. That should be your next move. Subscribe if you're already on here. I drop this stuff every week, and I'm not stopping until every driver in the country know that they got a better option. You found some value in this video, hit the like, hit the share, leave a comment, and until next time, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, get to your hustle. Peace.